Thanks, bud.
I'll put a Band-Aid on it.
Over.
Shit. That was there.
That was hilarious.
A Band-Aid helped.
It did.
That shit hit me like a fucking truck just now. Jesus.
Yes.
It's good when it hits like that.
It is. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Welcome back to VansPotCast, episode 4, guest interview with Joey Dynomite. Thanks again for hosting me in your amazing space. We're here in the studio. I absolutely love it when we get to have these smoke sessions around all this amazing equipment, energy. I absolutely love it. For those that do not know, Joey Dynomite, one half of Nujericans, New Jersey Boombap hip-hop artist and producer, awesome friend of mine for over 20 years. I've had the pleasure of running into Joey over at Liberty Bagels in Fords during my return to New Jersey about 6 years ago. We set up another great friendship. We've been linking up ever since. Our love for cannabis has engineered a great relationship on top of all the years of knowledge he has in the industry, hip-hop, as well as in the cannabis culture. Once again, Joey Dynomite, thanks again for inviting me over to do this interview with you.
Thank you for coming over, brother. I appreciate you coming by. All those kind words, man. Excellent introduction. Thank you.
Thank you. What are we smoking on?
Right now, I believe that's Hitchhiker.
Oh my God! Yeah, we had this the last time. It was exactly how it sounded.
Yeah.
To the galaxy. Yeah. Man, we were smoking on a blunt. It had a little mini hole in it, and he fixed it. And I'm about to have to start drinking this black coffee from LeGrand.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
Nice shout out LeGrand Coffee on Green Street, right across the street from the train station in Woodbridge, New Jersey, which is where we are recording live. It's a dismal day, but it's beautiful. It's a great opportunity to turn a good day into a great day. We had some funny garage band issues earlier, so now we're going old school with the MacBook. Yeah. Speaking of old school, I love the latest project. I like the old school samples on all of the previous ones. So let's get everybody up to speed on what the latest project is coming out.
The latest project is coming out is my third solo LP. It's going to be called Estimated Time of Arrival, ETA. So basically a follow-up of the second album, The Boy Who Could Fly.
Awesome. All platforms? Digital?
Everything. I usually put my stuff through worldwide distribution online. I make physical copies as well. All that good stuff.
Which one do you prefer in 2024?
Well, I mean, I tend to like to move with the times, although I'm a purist, you know, like obviously in a room full of vinyl, I would say vinyl first, but realistically, you can't play records in a car and,
exactly.
and off of a computer, so most of your money will come from digital sales.
Yes. And for the vinyl purists out there, you know that your vinyl player has a USB hookup anyway. I know mine does,
definitely. You know. And most mixers do too.
Yeah, they do. They're ripping. And speaking of the vinyl, I love the old school samples, great Puerto Rican hip hop, Boombap style, rooted in the 90s and 2000s. I have it in rotation on my Bandcamp app, clocking in at just under an hour. The Bandcamp music is also in heavy rotation. I've always been a fan of Bandcamp. It's a very easy to use indie projects that really captivate the mind, and they're kind of more personal. My personal favorite was PBS because of the Hibaro logo and the overall analog vinyl sound. Reminiscent of The Alchemist, definitely shining on The Alchemist produced Spix in Paris, very 2000 boom bap feel. Moving on to a few loaded questions whenever you're ready. What's the creative process on this last solo album versus The Boy Who Could Fly?
Well, with this album, the Boy Who Could Fly was very It was airplane themed. It was a play off of the words of being fly. So there was a lot of shit that in that album that had to do with airplanes and being fly. It was a play on words with both of them. So with this one, Estimated Time of Arrival, the fly shit is done. Now it's time to get back, grounded to earth, and the dirt the soil, all that real shit, the underground roots, everything you could imagine about my interpretation of what underground hip hop is. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go that route with my third album.
That's actually perfect. That actually segues perfect. Underground, for a lot of people that aren't from our time frame, we're talking about indie music, independent, from the grassroots. We're talking from your laptop, from your very basic programs. I mean, obviously, I just shouted out Audacity on my MacBook, free programs, and we're talking about that non-professional studio time, engineering your sound. And back to my question towards the indie folks that I'm actually leaning this podcast towards, so we can stop the whole misogyny of being called an old head. I'm 40 years old. I'm not an old head. What advice do you have for indie artists in 2024 when the industry is saturated with plants and people just trying to exploit the culture for a quick cash grab? I know that was huge, and we'll also touch on a couple more points.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question, actually. And I'm going to start it off with, on this new album, I have a song called Radio that when it finally comes out, please take a minute to listen to that song. It's going to talk about all of the stuff that you just brought up. But first, I'll start off with this. With the advice that I'll give to artists now, I mean, like, it's all in your hands. It really is, like, you pick up your phone and you could get worldwide distribution off of that, off of sites, off of companies like CD Baby, DistroKid, TuneCore, and all that. So to get your music all across the world is the easy thing now. The toughest shell to crack, I feel, is the marketing and what you got to do to make sure that you're reaching everyone. Some people pay for views. Some people go on Fiverr and hire someone from India to just do a bunch of spamming for you.
Correct.
Whatever the case is,
bots. They hire bots.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the bot teams that mask themselves as marketing agencies in America that we'll cover on another podcast.
Absolutely. We totally will.
Yes. Remember, this is a podcast for the people, by the people. We are the laymen. We are the 20 years scratching at everything to see what sticks to the wall. We're not the colonizers of Puerto Rico buying up all the hotels and charging you $500 an eighth.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know that was a hyperbole, but at the same time, in hip-hop being gentrified like that is definitely kind of how the real estate in Puerto Rico is, right? It takes away the authenticity of La Perla, and it gives you Ice Spice.
Yeah.
It takes this young girl that could have thrived on many other talents, and it gives you this, bodega music. And don't get me wrong, it is very, very catchy. It is very catchy, kind of play dice music, but Mos Def, Yasin Bey said it best. It's, you're going to Target, and then you leave Target, and then you get inside of your car and you listen to music that's timeless, like the Purple Tape, or the recently birthdayed Ghostface Supreme Clientele that you can listen to from the beginning to the end and not have to go on your Spotify and find them track by track. Like, these are real artists, real artistry. And what does gentrified hip-hop sound like to you?
Well, look, I could say, to follow up on what you were saying, like, a lot of things, music evolves and it grows. I'm a firm believer that like rock music, where there's like multiple categories in rock music, like soft
subgenres,
rock.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we should start treating hip hop the same way. Have true school hip hop, your underground hip hop, your drill, your trap music.
Yeah,
because
your experimental.
There's
conscious, if you want to call it that. They used to call it that. Backpack, they used to call it that.
Of course.
Yeah.
But we should
There's
have
so many.
We should have different, start calling it for what it is and treating it like that. I due to the fact that music continues to evolve, I don't always get mad at industry plans and what's going on right now. I believe that there's an energy for everything, and right now the youth of today is on that wave. That's their frequency now, and like, this is the music that they're putting out. That's their true school to them. and they're looking at us as old heads, like you said earlier. Being old, I believe, is a state of mind. Unless you're a pedophile, and that's a whole nother different topic. But on music, as far as music goes,
whole other podcast.
Yeah. As far as music goes,
we'll have some stoner cops come over.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Because you can be a stoner and be a cop in New Jersey.
Yeah. I mean, I have a good friend now well, I'm not going to go there. But anyway.
Joey Dynomite has a friend somewhere in America.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
But again, you know, music has all different type of energies. I even say this with, like, you know, picking out beats for projects and stuff. I deal with multiple producers. Producers will send me a gang of beats, and I will only pick one out of it. And it's not that I don't like any of those other beats. It's just that right now that frequency is touching me, and this is what I'm gonna run with. This other beat that I turned down is gonna make somebody else feel a different way, and they're gonna put something really good on it, and that was meant for them. So when it comes to music, like, I'm never gonna do a drill song. I'm never gonna do that. So I can tell you that straight up. Unless the money's right and somebody puts a nice chunk on the table, and
they ask for that.
I write whatever the fuck you write.
Exactly.
You don't want me to write at that point.
Exactly.
But
you want me to sell out?
I'll
chart top you.
I'm not gonna sell out, but I'm selling. I promise you that.
Yeah, the bars are for sale. I got you on that.
But
that was great. It segues perfectly into another loaded question and topic. The resurgence of vinyl sales. We're surrounded by it. We many conversations ago talked about the verses with Dipset and D Block and the Big Nas and Wu-Tang tours and projects that sell out have shown us the purity that the old heads have money to spend now.
Yeah.
Do you see that original New York state of mind and hip hop being priced out of the East Coast, losing its authenticity, and continuing to be fabricated forever?
Well, look, New York is the Mecca, and whatever comes from Mecca, the rest of the world will worship and follow. You know. And it even, you know, like, you could even see, like, I'm gonna go back to the whole drill thing. The drill thing started in Chicago.
Yeah.
And now there's New York drill, and look, that's what you're seeing more. Like, nobody, you know, nothing against Chief Keef, but nobody was giving a fuck about drill back then. Yeah. But now everyone loves it after Pop Smoke.
Yeah, nobody even knew what UK drill was. No one knew
or any of that shit.
All that grime
and grime too. Garage.
Thank you. Yeah,
garage.
It was a G. Yeah, there you go. I was trying to get there, and I was really trying to.
That's actually that genre. I think it's closer to hip hop than what we're seeing now, though. So that's why I didn't want to bring that up. But you know, long story short,
they don't even know.
Yeah. Look, New York is the Mecca. So whatever New York puts out, the rest of the world will follow. New York takes whatever is out there and transforms it into something new. They even did it with Sour Diesel, you know, since we're talking about weed.
Correct.
That originally came from UK cheese. It got to New York, started mixing with the local fucking OGs from our area, sour. And then sour became the worldwide phenomenon. New York.
Cannabis coupler.
You know, Hayes, 189, Piff, whatever you want to call it. That came from Florida first. It made its way to fucking New York, and it became Piff.
Before Burner, we had Bronson.
Yeah, you know it. Branson.
Branson.
The triangle bags.
Yeah. The triangle bags. Those were wild. I used to call them the Arthur bags. The Arthur's Deli.
I never even went to Branson my damn self. I used to buy it off of somebody in Newark, which is, I'm not gonna say his name. He's
OG.
An OG
in Newark. That's fine with me. Absolutely.
OG in Newark who used to buy. Yeah. He would come home. He would come back to his crib with like big paper bags full.
Fucking paleta bags of fucking weed.
And it was crazy
times.
It's like the Wild West over here.
It was the wildest of times. It was not cookies on the corner. It was you know a guy that has to buzz you up with a code word. You can only use this payphone. Yeah. Those were the times in Newark. Naughty by Nature is from Jersey. Sugar Hill Gang was from Jersey. Redman is from Newark. One of the greatest OGs, top 10 MC alive. That bridge of going through New Jersey to get that Philly sound of hip hop is really what the next question I have for you, final question, outtakes, whatever else. What we have next after seeing what we can do with the 50th year anniversary, what's it going to take for the industry to return to purity in the next 50 years?
Look, there's good everywhere as far as purity goes, you know, like we've seen, you know, in the Buffalo area of New York, pulled out the Griselda
Holy
scene,
shit.
the Ethos,
Yes,
the
bro.
Rock Marciano. Well,
Yeah.
Rock Marciano was from Long Island.
He's from Long Island.
But anyway,
think about that.
he actually,
old school Pete
yeah,
Rock.
he actually,
old school
you're right.
Rock Marciano.
He started that wave that,
Yeah,
that everyone is
yeah.
following now. I want to
Yeah.
give credit to that first.
Yeah.
But what I was saying
Yeah, I
is,
love
that,
Rock Marciano.
is that at a time where everyone from New York was trying to sound like from somebody from Chicago or the South, these guys from Buffalo were putting out, you know, real stuff.
Real records. And I'm talking records.
Yeah, and not only them, we got like West Coast cats.
Yeah.
That are just, you know, still do. You got dudes like Planet Asia, Fashion, you know, that are West Coast cats and
Currency.
have Currency.
Yeah.
You know, I got it.
He's got a lot of great stuff.
I saw him live in New York with Pac Div. Long, you know, great show. But you know, Pac Div when they were
Pacific Division. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
For
But
those that don't know them.
Yeah, but,
Again, we're dropping a lot of OG underground indie artists.
but look, there's
Putting out projects.
the purity is everywhere.
Correct.
It's just you really gotta put your ear to the streets and look for it. So I wouldn't say that it's gonna take something for it to come back. I would say more so it's gonna take people to stop being so receptive on what you're seeing on social media and on the radio and start digging deeper and finding the music that you actually really do like and not what you're told is good.
Correct.
You know? But that's the best answer I could give.
That's the best answer we wanted. That's the best. I appreciate your time.
Of course,
This
brother.
has been fantastic. This has been a wonderful episode 4 interview with Joey Dynomite. Definitely cop the new project on Spotify if you're subscribed. Digital platforms.
It's gonna be coming out this summer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, coming out this summer. Absolutely. Once again, absolutely great time. Great interview.
Oh, man.
This has been VansPotCast. Thank you once again. Recorded live in Woodbridge, New Jersey. And peace, God.
Peace, brother.
Peace. My brother. Oh, we killed it.
That was good, man.
Yeah,
I
we
like
did.
that.
We killed.
Great questions. man.
Great, bro.
Great questions.
We fucking killed it. The levels were fantastic the entire time. Oh, man, I'm so humble right now, bro. I'm so humble because, like, I've been wanting to just ask you all these questions anyway.
Yeah, brother.
Because it's been fucking
I would've
20
answered it.
years.
I would've
man.
answered
was
100
gone.
more, yeah.
I was gone forever, and it's just like, man, like I was telling my wife Janelle, like it's just so great to pick the mind, like I told her, like, and have the ability to be myself independently with someone that lived in the South as well, that